Hello everyone, welcome to day 88 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. We start as white. We get the French defense. My opponent pushing is good for me. I think here I can just develop my knight. Good castle now. I think I will. This bishop isn't very strong. Develops the knight that way. I would like to take here so I could jump my knight in, but it's not possible at the moment. I think I need to develop my bishop, and I could develop him this way. My opponent jumps the knight in. I could take here, but I don't think that's so good. This is defended. Comes in to attack the knight. I could jump in this way. If I jump in this way, it weakens my structure badly though. I'll just jump backwards. He does have a skewer here. If I played this move, my opponent has takes, takes, and takes. So, this is not a good move. But then I come in with check and I win the bishops. If takes, 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 can probably win the bishop. Takes, takes, check. We win the bishop. But my opponent wins this piece with tempo. My knight is hanging. My next move will be coming in here, looking for this check. He can take the knight. I just move my rook, and my opponent will be up a pawn. Instead he defends this. That doesn't look like a good, that doesn't look like a good move for my opponent. I can just protect the knight. Queen comes in. I have this move. Then he takes her. No, it's protected. The queen has to go back. Counterattacks my queen. I can just take that. And then I'm threatening to take with... No, not take with check. I can take her. And attack this. His queen has to move. Just take this. My opponent resigns. Wow. Okay. We played at an 84.3, my opponent with a 79.3. My opponent actually had no mistakes, only one miss and two inaccuracies. I think my opponent missed taking my knight. E4 against the French defense, which developed naturally. This bishop move isn't good. We should protect the center first. Allowing the skewer is good. It's not good, but this isn't the best. Kicking this bishop first is better. We pick up the bishop. Yes, so my opponent didn't blunder, but essentially blundered not taking the knight, which puts tempo on the rook. So I get to protect the knight, attack the queen, and just take the pawn for free. Let's find the second game. We're playing as white again. E4 again. Develop our knight. Go into the Italian game. Play c3 here. If push, we just trade off. He doesn't want me to pin the knight. I have this move attacking the king straight away, but then this comes in, so we know that's not a good move. Put my bishop on e3 for now. I can put my bishop on e3 and then push this, which looks strong. Instead my opponent goes into this trade, so we don't have to take the knight here. I could pin this knight instead to the king. I'm threatening to take this. Queen comes in. But I have this move. If queen takes, I win the pawn. So he doesn't take with the queen. Now I can kick the knight away. Could kick the knight away. And then develop my own. Knight goes back. Once again I can put my bishop on e3 and push. I have 3 defenders on this. If the queen comes in we can't kick it because he could just take here. But my whole idea was to push here. So go for this fork. This is a big threat if my opponent doesn't take. My opponent pushes. I can just jump in, have a very strong knight. I could take, but that doesn't really work. Could attack the queen. I think just jumping in is okay. This bishop's very weak. I can also have discoveries. My opponent's queen. This knight is very strong in the center. So if I put my bishop here, if I go here, I'm not trapping the queen, but I'm close to trapping the queen. Queen probably has to go here. That's the only move. And I can actually trade the queen off here with my queen to b3. So queen b3. The queen trade is great for me. If he moves away, it's a huge blunder, just blunders checkmate. This trade is good for me because I come in with pressure. This is also a fork, which I missed. I probably should have forked him first, which is a huge threat. He'd have to defend. And then I'd come in to take anyway. This is hanging and so is this. Knight jumps in. I can trade this knight off, which actually undoubles the structure, but this knight doesn't threaten that much. Maybe this. I'll go for the fork first. This just opens up my rook, so threatening a fork and threatening... No, not threatening to take this anymore, but we still have a fork. And now I'm also threatening to take the knight. If the rook doesn't move. If the rook moves, I take the knight. So this position is very good for me. Takes my bishop. I can take my opponent's rook, but I think this is more accurate. Attacking the bishop. I'm still attacking two pieces. Maybe bishop back, but then I take. I'll just take here. Kicks me. I can go here to attack the bishop. Then if I go here and he goes here, we just take, so attack the bishop twice. If he kicks me, we just take. This is impossible. At least my pawn goes down. I have checks. I don't have any ways of attacking, so I have this check. Just bishop takes, so it doesn't do much. Check, bishop takes. I'm not trapping my own rook, I still have this move. Luckily for us. I'm just trying to get in. With tempo attacks this pawn, but it's already defended. So I'll take here. King steps up. Now I can just push. And this position is just devastating. I can even block the rook from moving. My light squared knight can't be attacked by the bishop. So I don't have any checks here. Sacrificing... Wow, sacrificing my rook can work. Because if the king takes, I have this move. Picking up this rook. But then I have to move my knight, but I'll just go for this. King takes, we have this. No, we don't have that. Oh, wow. Huge blunder. I have this move. Forcing the king away. I actually blundered. I thought I had this check, but it was defended. So all these squares are held by my knights. I can actually just push now. Completely blundered. Rook takes f7. But with this many pawns, this should be an easy win. Attacks the pawn twice. I'm able to jump my knight in here. Attacking the rook. The trade doesn't work. We're attacking the rook here. Rook back. If I push and takes, I promote. Check doesn't work. Just push. Pushing gives my opponent this. So I actually blundered there heavily. Luckily I can always still just bring my... Okay, so my opponent blundered the fork here. He can take by take, and the trade is good for me. So many blunders from me in this endgame. This is falling, but I get to activate my king, so I still just come in. If he attacks this, I come in. If I push, he goes here, but then I push. Then I push. His king can come in. As I thought, we were completely winning for most of the game, but I ended up blundering the whole game away. 2 blunders. Endgame accuracy was terrible. I should have taken my time to calculate, but played far too quickly. I actually had queen b3 in this position because if he moves the knight out of the way, even if he comes in with the fork, if he comes in with the fork, I think I have this check. But if he moves the knight out of the way, we take with check. And it's very dangerous for my opponent. I missed taking, because taking would pin the queen to the king. Wow. It's a simple tactic. Our position was so much better here. So much better. This position is +6. More than +6 for me. This wasn't a good move. It just... I was thinking I'd have this, but that just loses the game because the bishop takes. And then I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably push. I'm not sure. This sacrifice, rook sacrifice, was very stupid. I actually missed pushing here. mate in 11 moves. I missed just pushing b7. I don't know why I didn't push. I went for this attack on the rook. Then I missed going back, which just helps me push. And I completely blundered the pawn. I can't promote anymore. I should have attacked the rook and kept promotion. Wow. Knight c6 just wins the game. Best move's king f8. I still get to promote. But that's not actually the right idea. The right idea is to just take the rook, then bring the other pawns. That b4 actually loses the game because the king can come in. This still loses the game. Maybe I have to stop the king from coming in. Yeah, that's the only move. That's not what happens. Instead, we actually go into a losing endgame with this knight blunder. I thought this was a fork, but it's just a trade which loses a pawn and goes into this very bad endgame. And here we're just lost. What happens if I go home? Rook just takes. We have no good moves. And then my opponent could just sacrifice his rook and it would be a loss. So this endgame we completely blundered. Our worst move by far was knight c6, which lost us the game in one move. My opponent picks up my pass pawn that's one square away from promoting, and trading off my only piece is just not good. And we end up losing the game. That's it for today. 2 games, 1 win and 1 loss. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.